Dear St. Andrews students, greetings of the day. We hope you are safe at home. For the meantime, till the schools are not open, we will study through videos. Yesterday we have seen the chapter Physical Features of India. In that segment we have learned about the Himalayan mountains. The Himalayan mountains, they were classified into three parts on the basis of a longitudinal criteria. Then we have seen Himalayan mountains, how they are classified on the basis of the region we have. And now today we will look for the northern plains. The northern plains of India. The northern plain of India is formed by three river system, which is the Indus, the Ganga, the Brahmaputra. We have three rivers, the Indus, the Ganga, the Brahmaputra. Along with their tributaries, this plain is composed of alluvial soil, which has been deposited over millions of years. The total area of the northern plain is about 7 lakh square kilometer. It is about 2400 kilometer long and about 240 to 320 kilometer in width. The northern plain is divided into three sections, that is the Punjab Plain, the Ganga Plain and the Brahmaputra Plain. The first one, the Punjab Plain. The Punjab Plain forms the western part of the northern plain. This formed by the Indus and its tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias and Satluj. A major portion of this plain is in Pakistan. Doabs abound in this plain. Doabs is a term used for geographical land which is between two of the rivers. Ganga Plains. This plain extends between the river Ghaggar and the river Tista. The northern states are Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, part of Jharkhand and West Bengal lie in the Ganga Plains. The third one is the Brahmaputra Plain. This plain forms the eastern part of the northern plain and lies in Assam, where we have Brahmaputra Valley. Based on the relief features, the northern plain can be divided into four regions, which is Bhabar, Tarai, Bhangar and Khadar. So we are able to classify into four parts. We have Bhabar, we have Tarai, we have Bhangar and we have Khadar. Number one, that is a Bhabar. After descending from the mountains, the river deposits pebbles in narrow belt. The width of this belt is about 8 to 16 kilometers and it lies parallel to the Shivaliks. This region is known as Bhabar. All the streams disappear in this region. Second one is Tarai region. The Tarai region lies towards south of the Bhabar belt. In this region, the streams reappear. As we have seen in Bhabar, it disappears. In Tarai region, it reappears and make a wet, swampy and marshy region. The third one is Bhangar region. Bhangar is the largest part of the northern plain and is composed of the oldest alluvial soil. They lie above the floodplains. They resemble terraces. The soil of this region is locally known as Kankad and it is composed of calcareous deposits. The fourth one is the Khadar, the floodplains formed by younger alluvium or called Khadar. The soil in this region is renewed every year and is thus highly fertile. The next physical feature is the peninsular plateau. The peninsular plateau is divided into three parts. Number one, it is Central Highlands. Number second, it is Deccan Plateaus. And number three, it is Chota Nagpur Plateau. The Peninsular Plateau. The Peninsular Plateau is tableland. It is composed of the oldest rocks because it was formed from the drifted part of the Gondwana land. Broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills are the characteristic features of this plateau. The plateau can be broadly divided into two regions, which is the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The Central Highlands. The Central Highlands lies into the north of the Narmada River. It covers the major portion of the Malwa Plateau. The rivers in this region flow from southwest to northeast, which indicates the slope of this region. It is wider in the west and narrower in the east. Bundelkhand and Bhagelkhand mark the eastward extension of this plateau. The plateau further extends eastwards into the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Then the second classification on the basis of region is the Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau lies to the south of the Narmada River. It is triangular in shape. The Satpura range marks or makes its northern part. The Mahadev, Kaimur Hills, Michael range make its eastern part. The slope of the Deccan Plateau is formed from west to east. It extends into the northeast, which encompasses Meghalaya, Karbi Anglong Plateau and the northern Kachar Hills. Garo Hills and Jenta Hills are the prominent ranges starting from west to east. The next geographical features is the western and the eastern Ghats. They make the western and eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau. The western Ghats, they lies in the western part of the Deccan Plateau, and the eastern Ghats, they lies in the eastern part of the Deccan Plateau. The average elevation of Western Ghat is 900 meter to 1600 meters, whereas the Eastern Ghats, they are near about 600 meters. The Eastern Ghats stretch from Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiri Hills in south. The Western Ghats causes oceanographic rains as they face the rain-laden winds from west. The next feature is the Indian deserts. The Thar deserts, as we know all, it lies in the states of Rajasthan. It is situated in the western part of India. The Indian deserts is also known as the Great Indian Deserts, is a large arid region in the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent with an area of more than 2 lakh square kilometer. It is the world's 9th largest subtropical desert. The Indian desert lies towards the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. This region gets scanty rainfall, which is less than 150 mm in a year. Hence, the climate is arid and vegetation is scanty. Luni is the only large river, but some streams appear during rainy season. Crescent-shaped dunes, we call them as barkans, are abound in this region. The next geographical feature is the coastal plains. The coastal plains lies in the western part along with the Deccan Plateau or near to the Western Ghats and near to the Eastern Ghats. The Peninsular Plateau is flanked by a stretch of narrow coastal strips. They run along the Arabian Sea on the west and along the Bay of Bengal on the east. The western coast lies between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. It is divided into 3 sections. The Konkan, which comprise which comprises of Mumbai and Goa, makes the northern part. The Kannada Plain makes the central part, and the Malabar coast makes the Malabar coast. The western coastal plain is wider and level, and it runs along the Bay of Bengal. It is divided into two parts. The northern part is called the Northern Sarkars. The southern part is called Coromandel Coast. Extensive deltas are formed by large rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, Kaveri. Chilka Lake is an important feature along the eastern coast. The next feature is the island groups of India. An island is a piece of subcontinental land that's surrounded by water. We have two major islands. The one is in the western part and the other one is in southern part. The one which is in the western part is the Lakshadweep Islands, which are in the Arabian Sea. Its area is 32 square kilometer. The administrative headquarters of Lakshadweep is at Kavarati Island. The group of islands is rich in terms of biodiversity. The southern islands, what we have, that is the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, are bigger in size and has more number of islands. This group of islands can be divided into two groups. The Andaman is in the north and the Nicobar is in the south. These islands too have rich biodiversity. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These islands groups are of great economic strategic importance for the country, for tourism potential, for security purpose, for trade, for migration, for arms smuggling of all natural resources are involved. Control on Indian Ocean. Lakshadweep Islands. There are 36 coral islands that constitute Lakshadweep Island. Only 10 are inhabited and only 6 have been opened for tourism. The total area is about 32 square kilometers. These islands formed of coral deposits are called atolls. Atolls are circular or horseshoe shaped coral reefs. Lakshadweep Island has its administrative headquarters in Kavarati Islands. This island group has great diversity of flora and fauna. Thanks for watching. Hope we'll learn more about the other features that is like climate in the coming videos. Keep watching and stay safe. Thank you.